Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon to everyone. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I am back. I am so excited to be back. It has been literally, it'll be October this year, it'll be 2 years since I was on. So it's just so good to be back on radio again and connecting with you all. So I have got a little bit of a shorter show at this present moment, but that's okay. I can still get at least one caller in at any time, which is great. So what I was going to do today is just chat about myself, technically, as humbly as I can, due to the fact I haven't been on for a couple of years. So there's a lot of new listeners and a lot of new callers. So I'll just explain. My name is Jordie, and I have been a professional medium and psychic for roughly 6 years. I am also a teacher. I've been teaching both psychic and mediumship for the last 3 years. And I live in a beautiful country town called Wallen in Victoria, Australia. And I'm actually not too far up the road, or down the road, I should say, from Tonya Reeves, the Australian psychic cowgirl. And her and I are very good friends, and we get along really, really well. So it's really nice to be back on board and sharing the airwaves with everyone. And tonight being my first night back and my first day back and the first actual show for the evening, I've been told as well, which is great. So a little bit of background about me. I have always been connected with spirit and energy, and I realistically didn't really hit my my straps, so you could call it. I hit the road probably about 10 years ago when I did a beautiful intuitive course with Lisa Williams, which technically I've gone on to do other courses with her as well. And then that sort of weekend gave me a lot of aha moments, and I'll just touch on that a little bit. If you are ever interested in intuitiveness or in your own energy, it's always good to do a little bit of a workshop on intuitiveness, because for me, I thought everything was a little bit crazy. Like I was a little bit of a mad woman. I always thought talking to trees was a little bit cray-cray, but better known as crazy. But it was really interesting when I started opening up, realizing the fact that I was very connected with energy of living things. Anything living has got a life force, technically. So it was really interesting. I've grown up a lot. My mum is a natural medium, and we do get the mediumship from my mum's side of the family because we are Scots, going back a couple of generations. So it's it's been a bit of a whirlwind, and over the last 2 years, I'm bouncing around here a little bit, but over the last 2 years, I was actually made redundant 2 years ago before I even started doing the radio show beforehand. And yeah, that has catapulted me now to be professional. I do this full time, and I also teach. And I think that's one of my beautiful things of being able to do this is actually teaching how you yourself can connect. I'm not teaching students or people how to be a reader or a healer. It's more about connecting with your own soul, connecting with yourself, trusting what you receive. So that's how I teach. But how I read is also quite an interesting thing too. I work both psychically with what's going on around you, and mediumshiply, which is you're connecting with loved ones. So I work both those ways. I'm also a healer, so I do spiritual healing, and I've actually started to work trance. So we are definitely, I'm really pushing myself for trance or doing trance work, which is connecting, allowing spirit to sort of step and come through. That for me is a bit of a control thing, because I do like a bit of control. So, and letting go of control when we're talking with spirit can be a little bit interesting. if I do say so myself. So so that's about me. I'm married with two children, and yeah, it's I did have some pets, but we lost our last two pets in May. So it's been quite an interesting year, 2020. So I know we're in the middle of the year of 2020, but also we have just gone into lockdown back in Victoria in Australia with what is, I don't like putting energy to what's going on around us at the moment, but with all this, I want to say the pandemic, because it is a bit of I keep hearing clearing, but it is a bit of a readjustment and what we call the new norm. So for us to go back into lockdown for the next 6 weeks, one, it's really good that I'm back on radio because now I've got time to do it again. And two, it's about me just opening up the doors a lot more to different sort of areas in my life, which is great. So I hope this is finding you all well throughout this new normal that we've had since January over there and over here. It's been about February, March, I think. So we have definitely, but unfortunately, we've gone back into lockdown for another 6 weeks. But if it's for the health and well-being of everyone and to be safe, I am definitely going to do my bit. It's really interesting. I know you also, beautiful people, have gone through the panic buying. We, again, in Victoria, are doing the same thing again. So we are really trying to cope with everything. It's getting there. It's getting there. But there's nothing like bulk buying on toilet paper, which is weird because the whole panic buying sort of connects and puts people in that state. So I was hoping to get to a caller today, but I'm sort of going to run out of time a little bit, and I don't like to leave people hanging. So I will just give you a little bit of, okay, thank you. I was going to give you a little bit of an inspirational talk as well. And today was all about, okay, thank you. They're giving me words, so just bear with me for a second. So today's word is vulnerability, and I will probably do this every week. I will do a word a week. And vulnerability for me, I actually talked about this at the start of the week, and vulnerability is actually strength. A lot of people think being vulnerable is a weakness, but it's actually strength, because when we are vulnerable, we have to speak up. We have to be that person to take on the responsibility of going, hey, feeling a little bit low and a little bit vulnerable at the moment, can you please help? It is a strength, guys. With everything that we're going through at the moment, you beautiful souls, we really need to put our hands up and say, look, we're struggling. We really need some help. So please, I don't have any of the numbers or anything like that, but please go and look for beautiful counsellors, beautiful people that were able to give you some healing and guidance and counselling in this particular time in our lives, because we are all adjusting, and being vulnerable is not a weakness, and vulnerability is our strength. So please take that with you today. I do apologize. I did have a caller, but unfortunately I wasn't able to get to her today, but I will be getting to callers as of next week. I'm very, very excited. So thank you again for tuning in. So my name is Jordie James. You can find me at Jordie James Psychic Medium. I am still getting my website up, but my website will be jordiejames.com.au, and that will be over the next, say, probably 7 days. I'll be getting that website up and running for everyone, so you'll be able to connect with me that way as well. So please take care, look after yourselves, stay safe. And if you are after a reading, please don't hesitate to direct message me on my Facebook page, and we can organise a reading for you. So, and I've got a birthday special this month as well over the next couple of weeks, because my birthday is in a couple of weeks. So I'm doing a birthday special. So blessings and hugs, everyone. I can't thank you enough for tuning in, and I'm so excited to be back on A1 Radio. And I'm really thank you to the beautiful people in the background, Dave and Connie, and having me back on board. It's amazing. So blessings and gratitude. I humbly thank you for all joining me and listening to me today. And I will chat to you next week. I'm so excited to be back. All right, beautiful people, enjoy. And I will be definitely taking callers next week. All right, talk to you soon.